Smoke filled the sky as the ground shook. Giant alien ships hovered over New York, sending down beams of fire. Buildings fell like paper. People screamed and ran, but there was nowhere to hide. In Texas, a man watched it all on a broken screen inside an old bunker. His hands were dirty, his face cold. He didn't cry. He didn't move. The world was ending, and he had already lost everything. The news said 3 cities were gone in 3 days. He whispered, "They're not here to rule us. They're here to erase us." And he refused to run. A loud static broke the silence. The man turned up the radio, heart pounding. A deep alien voice echoed across every frequency. "Your leaders are gone. Surrender, and you will be spared." Then silence. No human voice followed. No answers, just fear. He grabbed his old dog tags, memories of war flooding back. Suddenly, the radio cracked again, this time. A faint human voice whispered coordinates. It was a coded message only soldiers would recognize. The voice belonged to a friend who died years ago. Confused and shaken, the man stood up. If the dead are calling, something big is coming. The coordinates led him to a ruined military base buried under sand and steel. He moved through the wreckage, stepping over bones and shattered machines. Deep underground, behind a sealed vault, he found it. A strange, half-built device glowing faint blue. It didn't look human. Wires pulsed like veins. Screens lit up when he touched them. A file played. His dead friend's voice, warning, "If you found this, it means the war started early. Finish what I couldn't." The man stared at the machine. It wasn't just a weapon. It was a secret humanity never should have had, and now he had to use it. Above ground, the sky buzzed with sound. Alien drones, black, spider-like machines, scanned the ruins. Their red eyes glowed as they searched for any movement. The man moved silently through dark tunnels, gripping an old rifle with shaking hands. One wrong step, and he'd be seen. A sudden noise, a weak cough, came from deeper inside. He found a wounded man, barely alive, clutching a metal case. Inside was a data chip marked with alien symbols. "They know you found the device," the man whispered before passing out. The ground shook again. The drones were closing in. The man had to choose, run or finish the mission. He didn't run. He carried the wounded man through the tunnels, escaping just before the drones blasted the entrance. Back in the bunker, he plugged the data chip into the alien device. Maps appeared. Alien ships, weak spots, patterns. He saw a chance. Using an old emergency radio, he sent a message. "We can fight back. Don't hide. Join me." At first, silence. Then replies crackled in Nevada, Utah, parts of Mexico. Survivors, fighters. They called themselves the Refusers. Small groups began hitting alien patrols. Hope returned like fire in dry grass. For the first time since the invasion, Earth hit back. The alien device suddenly lit up brighter than before. It pulsed and showed something strange, a signal deep inside Earth's core. The man stared as symbols and codes played across the screen. The device was speaking not in words, but in warnings. A message hidden for centuries. Earth wasn't chosen by accident. It had been marked, watched, prepared. The signal had once been sent into space, like a beacon. The man realized something chilling. Humans were meant to fail. But buried in Earth itself was a secret designed for survival. He wasn't just fighting to win. He was awakening something ancient. A new face joined the rebels, a strong man from the Nevada group, calm and quiet. He'd earned their trust fast. But one night the alarm screamed. Alien ships attacked their hideout with perfect aim. Too perfect. The man knew they had been betrayed. Fires raged. Many fighters died. The traitor stood watching, holding a strange alien device. "They promised safety," he said coldly. The man tackled him, fury in his eyes. They'd fought hard, but the traitor escaped into the shadows. The bunker burned behind them. The man looked at the survivors and said, "No more trust. Only mission." The war had changed. The rebels found something hidden in the stolen alien data. A weak point inside the main mothership above Washington, D.C., a single chamber, deep in its heart, controlled the other ships. Destroy it, and the invasion could fall apart. But it was a suicide mission. No way in. No way out. The man stood up. We have one shot. I'll take it. He prepared with the help of engineers and old soldiers. They modified alien tech, built a stealth suit, and loaded a small but powerful bomb. As he looked at the sky, he whispered, "They wanted us broken, but I'm still here." The mothership loomed large over the ruins of D.C., its metallic surface glistening under the blood-red sky. The man and his team slipped inside, cloaked in alien tech, moving the shadows. The corridors were cold and silent, the air thick with the hum of alien machinery. They reached the core, a massive chamber filled with biotech, human bodies wired into systems, their faces twisted in agony. The man's heart raced. They were powering the ship. He planted the bomb, but before he could leave, the alien commander appeared, a towering figure of darkness. "You think you can stop us?" it hissed. The countdown began. The man stood face to face with the alien commander, the countdown echoing in his mind. The creature's cold eyes locked onto him. "You were never meant to win," it sneered. Earth was seeded to fall. But the man gripped his weapon tighter. "We weren't meant to win. We were meant to survive." He triggered the bomb, sending a shockwave through the ship. The walls cracked, and the mothership began to implode. He ran, but the explosion hit, and everything went black. As the ship burned in the sky, humanity's signals flared up across the world. The war wasn't over. It was just beginning.